She wants to go where the people are, and I'm just letting you know that. Hey, it's Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there is doing really well. I probably should say that with less of a pronounced radio voice, right? We don't need a Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there is having themselves a rockin' toppin' good time. Whatever. Anywho, we're Agnes number 3. This one's kind of a shorter one, so hopefully that works out to everyone's benefit. It is more in line with the perks. Perks now. Different techniques in manifesting. We kind of get into some specifics. I think it's really good in that regard. So super helpful and probably well worth the listen. And that was, of course, A Whole New World from Disney, going back to my days, actually, ironically. But definitely one I liked. Anyway, Little Mermaid was the movie, if any of you maybe didn't know that. And we will be going out with another one, so stick around for that after this wonderful video about manifesting techniques. Be right back.
Very easy to forget that spending time every day thinking out, thinking ahead, thinking forward, thinking of what I'd like to experience in the next few weeks or whatever. It's very easy to stop doing that and get back into the habit of thinking about what's going on right now. What am I experiencing here? And when you do that, again, it's like you've said before, it's a focus-based universe. Well, as Hicks has said specifically, but it's a focus-based universe. So what we're putting our attention on, what we're thinking about is what we're asking for more of. So when you stop the practice of looking outward and from where the next adventure is, because even if you've manifested your specific person, now what? Do you want to take a vacation? Do we want to, like you're doing travel to, England or London 4 times a year or whatever? I mean, like, what's the next step? And then, when I get out there, what are we going to do? What restaurant are we going to go to? So there's always, I think, that growth and expansion that we should be looking outward and onward and enjoying that process, then stopping doing that, looking right now and effing things up. Pardon my...
Exactly. And it's, it's just a lifestyle of, how do I make myself feel good today? How do I make myself feel good today? And you do not give that job to anybody else. It's your job. And for you to be good to be around and be emotionally attractive to be around, because that's what it is. We become emotionally very unattractive to be around.
Absolutely.
And we repulse people, whatever version we've got going on with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if I really, really want to be in a good relationship, my first thing is that I maintain myself so that when I'm around people, I'm not a burden to others, whether it's my mum, whether it's my partner, whether whoever. You maintain yourself and you become emotionally mature that you're not needing other people to do the love for you. And that, I think, is the greatest freedom there is.
I agree. I think it's there's a lot of people that have that thought behind them that when two halves meet together and make a whole, and it's like, so you really want to be a couple holes that come together and just have a really awesome experience. Like, and I think that's a misnomer for a lot of people out there. So
definitely. And there's a lot of people wandering around as a half.
Yeah.
And like you, and I was too.
And if you're in that part of your life, if you're in that half part of your life, you're going to find another half and you're going to grow through this. So again, our audience, I think, differs in range, differs in, all sorts of stages where they're at. So maybe you're still in that half phase where you think, I'm a half a person and I've got my perfect half a person. And yet we're not perfectly happy together for some strange reason. It's like, well, you're missing your other half.
It's not an uncommon one, as we know. But yes, there are things to do to get out of that state.
So I think,
thank God.
I think after everything that we've talked about right now, then I think that really this is the perfect time to bring up choosing a specific person. Like if one, is that okay? I mean, I really think let's hit that question first. I want your thoughts. I want your because there's going to be, I think, sides to that. I think, right? And maybe no matter what, I think there's going to be sides to that. So is imagining a specific person your 5-minute version of that? What do you think the rules are, if there are, or what are the understandings that should underlay when you're trying to manifest a specific somebody? What do you think are things that maybe should be asked?
Well, I think you got to ask yourself, okay, am I willing to give love to this person, or am I looking to take love from them? That's the first thing you've got to ask yourself. And if it is the second one where you're trying to take, you can work on that and flip that into, I'm going to learn to give love to them, and I'm going to learn to attract a person from a place of giving rather than a place of, I just got to get my specific person because I need. Because I think 9.5% of the people that want a specific person do come from need initially.
9.5?
Yeah.
I like it. I like the number.
That's a lot.
Yes, yes.
There might be half a person that's doing it right
somewhere.
way.
I know. So they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, really, whether you want to be open to, what Florence Scovel Shinn says is the praying for the divine selection. If you're not happy with wanting to go for a specific person, you can go that route. If there's someone that you like and you want to go for that, do that too. Neither one is right or wrong. They're just different ways of going around the circle.
Well, I think, like you've said before, I think it really comes down to whatever you want to believe, whatever, beliefs, or I think you said recently, are thoughts that you just think over and over, or Hicks had said thoughts that you think over and over and over, just basically beliefs. So whatever you're really in line with is go with it. Whatever it is, choose one and feel strong enough about it to actually go with it when you're going to have doubts and they're going to question, or you're going to question everything you're doing. Make sure that that you're strong enough in that path to keep going when the going gets tough.
Yeah, and it does get tough when you're trying to attract a specific person, because you do get frustrated, you get exasperated, you get exhausted, you get...
You make the mistake of talking to friends about what you're trying to do, and they tell you, what are you, an idiot? You're like, well, no.
Well, I actually stopped talking to friends, and I just did what I wanted, because people were saying, can't you just find someone in Australia?
Right?
Wouldn't that be easier? Yeah, it would have been easier, probably.
Yeah, but who doesn't want a challenge? I mean,
I just thought, if I could, when you have a desire for something, sometimes you can't. It's like you're tortured by it, or you learn from it.
Okay, so
which way are you going to go?
That's exactly the situation with me, with my manifestation when it comes to this situation. It's one of those things where I've tried every other thing, and I have to see what the heck's on the other side of this door. I have to. And so that's it. I just made up my mind finally, got in line with it, and there you go. Boom. We'll see. When it happens, it happens. That's fine.
Well, no wonder you and I have met then to discuss this subject. It's like synchronicity, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And without a doubt, it's played an enormous part of my life. And I'm like you, where I've had a number of fun relationships that have allowed me the opportunity to learn what I enjoy and don't enjoy in life. And I like relationships for that reason.
Well said.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hopefully that didn't involve any bondage mistresses or,
I wish. That actually would have been fun to sprinkle a little of that in there. I'm just saying. I have issues too. I'm just like everybody else. Just saying.
Well, I guess at least the people listening will get a good laugh out of it anyway.
I hope, or they're like, seriously, don't listen to this guy. He's cray cray.
Yeah. Well, it is called the Organic Nuts series,
right? I know. I love that.
Luck.
I love that. That'll become when we're doing this. At some point we're going to be doing this probably weekly or something crazy because it's so solid. So the Organic Nuts. I love that. I loved that when you did that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, hopefully that helped. Hopefully that brought a lot of great ideas into your mind. We're going to be doing the next one. The next video, by the way, which I'm going to be publishing, hence the same close again, we are doing the specific someone portion. So for a lot of you, this is probably the part you've been waiting for. And we got some great stuff. So that's going to be coming up right after this video. Going out with the gift from Angels and Airwaves.